Hi guys, welcome to Cooking with Lynette. Today we're going to make something that I really love, which is a seafood bake. Yes, a seafood bake, not a seafood boil, because I actually bake mine in the oven. I like to fix it and forget it, and it comes out really good. So if you want to come closer, I can show you the ingredients. We have right here crab legs, and shrimp. This is about a half a pound of crab legs and a half a pound of shrimp. This will be enough for 1 to 2 people depending on your appetite. We have some lemon, some turkey kielbasa sausage. I have garlic cloves that are cut up right here, about 8 garlic cloves. Some corn cut up. I have some Old Bay, some unsalted butter, a little bit of water, and my mixture of spices. And a few things in here, just cayenne pepper, some Old Bay, a little bit of Cajun seasoning, some dry mustard, a little bit of garlic powder, and paprika and parsley. Now I like to add the paprika. Be easy on the paprika when you add it in there. I really add it more for color, but it does have a smoky taste. So if it's too smoky, you can go with a sweet paprika, but you do want to add it in for color. I just like a little bit of red color. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to put this together. We're going to pop it in the oven, make the sauce, and it'll be ready almost. So what I'm going to start with, we have our crab legs and our shrimp. So, I forgot one thing. I'll bring it over. We have some red potatoes and some boiled eggs. And they boil for about 10 minutes on top of the stove in a little bit of salted water. So we'll add those in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on the crab and the shrimp first. This is just Old Bay seasoning. You don't have to go too heavy unless you like it extra heavy. Because remember, we're going to make that seasoned garlic butter for it. But I want to just make sure that I get it in there. Okay, so that's about enough, okay? So we're going to go, stay right there. We're going to fish out these potatoes. I like to put those on the bottom. I want them to be in the bottom so all that butter gets all over them. I'm just going to fish these out. This is about a pound. Now if you want to add more seafood, you could. If you want to do a lobster tail, if you want to do more crab legs and more shrimp, you can do that. It just depends on how many people you're feeding. Like I said, this would be for enough, maybe 1 or 2 people. One person will probably have some leftovers the next day. Just want to scatter these around. There's no really rhyme or reason to it. I just want to make sure everything is spread out. And the eggs will leave to the side because we're not going to use those until a little bit later. We're going to actually add those once this comes out of the oven and put onto the tray. So take our sausage. Spread it around. Another reason I like to spread it like this is because if you want to serve it right out of the pan, you can. But it'll look pretty already. So, that's all in there. Then we're going to take one of the lemons and just put it in the pan. This will just add even more flavor. There we go. So that part right there is done. I want to add a little bit of water to the bottom just to steam. Just a very little bit. You don't want to water down your spices. But I want to get a little bit of steam. There we go. Very little bit of water. Alright, so let's move to the stove. You're going to bring with you your garlic. You want to bring your butter. You want to bring your other lemon. And you're going to bring your seasoning mixture. So this pan has been heating up for a couple minutes. I'm going to add in my butter. See, my pan was nice and hot. You don't want it to be too hot because you'll burn your butter. I'm going to take these gloves off because I touched the raw seafood. So let me get rid of these gloves. I don't have to touch anything else. Alright, so let our butter melt. It seems like a lot of butter. It's a good amount of butter. But you want to have some to put on your seafood bake before it goes in the oven and some to put on after it comes out of the oven. And you want to be able to dip it also. So. Alright, so the butter's melting. I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic while it's melting. The thing about butter is that it burns quickly if you have it too high. So you want to make sure your temperature is regulated. I have it on about medium. Gonna let that. I'm going to add in the juice of this lemon. And I like to squeeze it up so that the seeds don't get into the pan. Now, of course, you can have all this done before you start. I'm just doing it to show you. You can have your lemons already juiced. And then I have my seasoning mixture right here. Goes right in the pan. We're just gonna stir that up. Now you can see, like I was telling you, that paprika gives it a nice color. If you want to leave it out, you can. If you just want like a lemony garlic butter. It doesn't do too much to the flavor. It has a little bit of smokiness, but not too much. It just seems like when it has that color, it just seems more seasoned. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It seems like it's more seasoned with the color. I'm going to cut it up a little teeny bit, just because I want to soften that garlic just a little bit. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Alright, so you can look at it. It's starting to foam up a little bit. The butter's melted. All your seasoning is mixed in. You can smell the garlic. You can smell everything. And that's when you know you're looking pretty good. So that's your seasoned garlic butter. So we're going to come back to this table. I'm going to move this stuff over. We already have our water in there. I'm going to bring this over here. Alright, so you want to make sure that you get the seasoning down there. I'm going to get a glove real quick because I want to move something around. So just stay right there. Alright, so got a new glove. What I want to do is just make sure that this butter gets all down there too. And we're going to use about 3/4 of this for this stage. And we'll leave the last little bit for when it comes out of the oven and put on our tray. Alright, so I made sure the shrimp and the crab have butter on it. Now you want to go with everything that's on the top. So you want to just go around, even your lemons. And those lemons, the juice is going to come out so easy because they're going to be warm. You'll see. Make sure everything has butter on it. And just imagine it's going to cook in this garlic butter in the oven. And I'm going to put it in there for about 35 to 40 minutes. Remember, your potatoes are just about cooked already. The sausage is already pretty much cooked when you buy it. It's a smoked sausage. The shrimp don't take too long and the crab legs don't take too long. Alright, so that's good. So you can see how I have the butter. Let me put it on this side. Covering our pan, everything in our pan. Alright. I'm going to take a lid. Let me just move this over. Make sure I can put the lid on it. If you don't have a lid, you can cover with foil. It's totally up to you. Alright, let me take this off. Cover this up. Did you want to see it before it goes in the oven? So before it goes in the oven, everything is dripping with that seasoned garlic butter. We're just going to put this lid on it. It doesn't have to fit flat. You just want to close it up. Keep that steam in there. This side. Like I said, if you do not have a lid, just use foil. It's perfectly okay, or a combination of parchment paper and foil. Close this up. Make sure all the edges are closed. One of them popped open. That's it. Ready for the oven. So I'm going to put this in the oven for 35 or 40 minutes. I have my oven set to 350. You can do between 350 and 375. It depends on your oven, how hot your oven is at home. It's going to go in there. I'm not going to touch it, not going to bother it. I'm going to take this garlic butter, put it back over here, let it stay warm. And when this comes out of the oven, I'll show you what it looks like. We'll put it on a little platter, a little dish, and we'll drizzle the rest of the garlic butter over top. So this is ready for the oven. So we have our seafood bake out of the oven. I'm going to pull the lid off if you want to come closer so you can see what it looks like. So that steam, oh my goodness, that looks so good. It looks so delicious. So what I'm going to do, like I was telling you before it went in the oven, you can serve it right in this pan if you like. But if you're going to have people coming over and you kind of want to arrange it a little bit, I have this tray right here that I'm going to put it on. So let me go ahead and set that up. So I always start with some potatoes on the bottom. Everything is perfectly cooked. You can see that steam. Just going to do this. Like I said, there's no real rhyme or reason, but I like to prop things up, so I kind of just start building my platter. If there's some juice in the bottom of here, I generally leave a lot of that in the bottom because it's mixed with water and the butter, and then I use the other butter to put on top, but that's up to you too. I'm gonna let you make that call. Put some sausage and we're gonna just build. So let's take the first thing of crab legs out. Looks so delicious. Put that right on top. And that's why I kind of put some things down first. Because if you're serving people, you're going for the look. You want it to look extremely appetizing, but it's hot. Put this one like this. Then we're going to take those shrimp. These are nice. These are jumbo shrimp. They're already peeled. They're already deveined. They're not peeled, but they are deveined. You want to make sure when you get it to the table, they can see everything that's in it. It goes for that wow factor. I'm going to keep layering. And you can see it's coming together already. Just that quickly. And it's still hot. You can get it to the table while it's still piping hot. Another piece there. Let's put a sausage there. Let's put one here. Let's put one sausage under here. And then let's pile some of these shrimp on top. Another piece of corn. I want to replace that. And then put that right there. You can kind of build as you go, whatever you think looks the best. So this looks nice and full. I told you this is enough if you wanted to share with somebody. This is definitely enough. Put one in this corner. Just like that. Okay, so all this right here. Oh. Almost forgot the boiled eggs. But you know what? These fit pretty much wherever. So we'll put one there. And I'll do one more in this corner. Okay. Now this juice right here, like I said, I generally don't use it for this. But you can. You can use maybe a little bit of it. I'm just going to take this garlic butter that I kept warm. This is what we had left over. If you want to come close, I'm going to drizzle all of this. And the garlic butter is still warm. I had it on low. Or you could cut it off while this is baking and just cut it back on for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. I'm just going to drizzle. Don't waste any of this garlic butter. I'm just kind of going around the perimeter, making sure I get every little piece. Every little drop. If I have to pour it, I will. I'm going to get right in there. A little bit down in there. I'm almost done, guys. As you can see, I'm not wasting anything. I'm making sure we get every single drop of this seasoned garlic butter over our seafood bake. And that's about it. So I'm going to move. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. All this good juice, you don't have to waste it. Like I said, there's butter and some steam, some water in there from the steam. You can use it. Hey. Keep it. It may be good with some shrimp and grits. You can add it to your gravy for your shrimp and grits. There you go. There's our seafood bake. Simple, easy, so flavorful, so delicious. And I can even turn this around if you want to see it from a couple different angles. You can make this in 35 minutes, 40 minutes. For dinner one day. And I'm sure your family would absolutely love, 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 love every single bite of this seafood bake. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Cooking with Lynette. Make sure you come back and look at our other videos that we'll be posting for other recipes and easy things you can make at home. But for now, make sure you make this seafood bake and let us know how you like it. Thank you guys. I'm going to dig in. I think I'll try this one right here.